Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make an Italian farro salad. Now, it's a really delicious and healthy thing to eat, and I absolutely love it. I make it all the time in the spring and summer because it's refreshing, it's filling, and above all, it's easy. So to make the salad, you're going to need some cooked farro, fresh mozzarella, sliced calamari olives, pitted, roasted pepper, chopped, cherry tomatoes, halved, fresh basil, extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar, salt, and pepper. So as you can see, these are really easy ingredients, and you can add anything you have on hand to this. I particularly like to use these ingredients together because it's really Italian and Mediterranean, it's delicious, and they all really go together well. Now let me explain to you what farro is. That's cooked farro, and this is what it looks like when it's raw. It's very similar to, it's a grain, very similar to quinoa. I don't know how to really pronounce it well. It's very similar to brown rice, barley, it's really healthy, but you would cook it like you would cook pasta. The only really important thing is before you add it to your boiling water, you have to really wash it well and rinse it because it's got like a little bit of a powder on it, and you want to make sure to rinse it well, and when the water starts coming clear from your colander, then you know you can add it to your boiling salted water and cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes. It does take longer to cook than pasta does, but it's just as easy. Wash it, rinse it in boiling water for about 15-20 minutes until it's like al dente. You don't want it mushy, and then it's done. Let it cool, and you're good to go. So we have that done already. I've already cooked it, so I wouldn't bore you to death. And now I'm just gonna chop pretty much everything up. I'm using fresh mozzarella, but you, like I said, could use anything you have on hand to pretty much make this. If you have a different cheese on hand, you can use that. If you have some leftover grilled vegetables, that would be fantastic. Note to self, I'm going to make a recipe on that because that would be fabulous. Or maybe some feta. That would be delicious. But this is just what I have on hand. And these are, because I'm Italian, you know, most of my cooking is Italian. So these are things I have on hand all the time. So I have my mozzarella. I have my pitted olives. I have roasted peppers here. Now, if you don't know how to make a roasted pepper, you can always buy roasted peppers, but I do have a video on my website at www.laurinthekitchen.com, and I'll teach you how to roast peppers. And then some cherry tomatoes. And as you can see, this is going to be really bulked up with veggies because my husband and I are huge veggie lovers. And I'm adding some fresh basil. You could add another herb if you wanted to, but like I said, I like the basil with the mozzarella and the roasted peppers and the tomatoes. I just think it's a match made in heaven. I'm gonna rough chop it because I wanna be able to have the texture of it, almost like it's another ingredient, not just like an herb. So to this, we're gonna just salt and pepper the vegetable mixture. Now we're gonna salt this. Now we're gonna basically pretty much make the vinaigrette right in here. It's going to be about a tablespoon of red wine vinegar or any kind of vinegar you have on hand. And you're going to need about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of really good fruity extra virgin olive oil. And this is going to be so good. And I'm telling you, this, you sit in the fridge for a couple days even, it tastes even better because everything kind of gets a chance to get to know each other. Now I've already salted the farro when I cooked it in the salted boiling water. So there's no need to salt it again because we salted the veggies. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? You know it's good for you. You know it's going to taste delicious. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I'm going to have some for dinner and some for lunch tomorrow. So good. Maybe some grilled chicken over the top. Maybe some fish. Yum. All right, I'm going to let this sit aside for 10 minutes because it really does taste best when you let this kind of sit together for about 10 to 15 minutes just to kind of get all the ingredients to get to know each other and for the farro to soak up that vinaigrette. So sit it down for 10 minutes and then we're going to taste test it together. Now I let my salad sit for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to put this in a pretty little plate because remember we eat with our eyes first. Look at the colors of this. It's amazing, isn't it? And you know, if it's a hot summer day and you're having like a picnic or you want something that travels well, this is a salad. There's no mayo in it, so it's definitely a go. And you can omit the cheese. Like I said, you can put anything you want in it. But time to taste. So excited because I'm telling you, I make this so often It's kind of ridiculous, but it never gets old. I love it, and I particularly love the vegetables that I put in there because they all go together so well. It's light, and by the way, when you cook your farro, please make sure you cook it al dente so it's not mushy and gummy. Nothing else to say. To get this recipe and other recipes, check out my website at www.laurenkitchen.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye!